Tami Turtle and Friends. Beached but not broken. She sits still, silent as the sun rises. The darkness lifting from the sky reveals a bright, unfiltered light. She breathes it in and basks in the warmth of the rays upon her fins and sand beneath her. The soft waves touching and teasing the shoreline remind her of home. They are her home, but for now her heart rests here. Home is always where the heart is. She mourns the future that could have been and the past that is no longer, for today is a new day. In the distance, a familiar song is sung. She sinks deeper into listening. She hears the sweet melody of an all too familiar voice. As the voice draws near, she sees a grey fin close to water's edge, gliding seamlessly, yet dangerously close to shore. The song continues. Where did you go, my friend? Where have you been? It's been far too long, my friend. I'm here, and I see you. Timid and afraid to move from her nest, she makes her way slowly to the water's edge to meet her mammalian sister. She moves closer, her fear turning to comfort as the radiant love of her companion is all-encompassing. The warm, salty water cleanses her fins, washes over her hard, broken shell, releases her from some of the pain. But the weight is too much to return to the water, for she will drown carrying such sorrow. They are. Her bottlenose friend, everyone's likely ally, stays with her until the tide shifts, when she must go, devoted to return as the tides change again. Making her way back to her empty, shallow and lonely nest, she waits. Waits for what is to come, waits for a word from above. She waits. Her peace is short-lived as she hears scratching behind her. Alerted, she moves to inspect the noise, and poking out from under the nearby brush are the spines of an echidna furiously digging. Hello, she calls. Noticing that he's caused a disturbance, her new friend makes his way toward her. Eki is my name. I come from the west. The inland in here is not the same. I stopped just so I could rest. Tell me who you are. What is it that you're doing? Did you travel far? What is it you're pursuing? Can we be the best of friends for now until we must go? I can be your safety and defense. I see that you move slow. A lot to take in all at once, her new friend surely has a way about him. However, his demeanour is unlike his outward appearance. She replies, Hi, Eki. I am Tamima. I am here because I came to lay my eggs, but something went so wrong. Now I have no babies, and I can't bring myself to go home. Mindful not to jab her with his spines, he relaxes in beside her to comfort her. So, Eki, what brings you to the coastline? You came from the west. You've travelled a long way, said Tamima. T, let me tell you, travelling so far has been wild. It was always something I knew I would do, ever since I was a little child. I've dreamed of seeing the sea, for all I've ever known is dirt. I imagined this is how it would be, very much worth all my hard work. They said I was silly to dream oh so big. They nicknamed me Billy, a dreamer and a silly kid. He fell silent. Tamima knew the pain of a dream crushed. They sat. As the clouds moved across the sky, making human-like shapes, they named them and dreamed together. Eki was a gentle reminder that if a dream is so deeply entrenched in your soul, it is not a dream, it is a purpose. Here he stands, and although they do make an odd pair, timing is always divine, and Tamima could see this. The hours passed and night fell. The evening star bright and high in the sky as the waters rose. In the air, a sweet melody is caught upon the breeze and has found its way to Tamima and Eki. Amari has returned, her gentle and kind voice creating a veil of love as it travels the night sky. My friend, I'm back again. I bring good news and great joy for you. Tamima buried herself into the sand so Eki could make his way onto her back and they could move closer to Amari. In the shallows of the ocean they gathered. The moon cast its light wide across the landscape, illuminating their faces. Amari sings, "You are loved, we miss you, dear. You're hurting, but we're always here, ready to welcome you home." A message from Tamima's family. Her heart is broken like the shell on her back. Tamima knows she can return, but she's not ready. She needs to heal. She needs her shell to be whole. She needs the hole inside to heal before she can travel home. They wade in the water together. Soon the tide recedes, and again, Amari must leave. Eki and Tamima make their way back to her nest to rest for the night. Deep into the night, moon high and bright, an intruder alerts them. Busy with his nose in the sand searching for food, this little dingo is about to find himself in a prickly situation. Positioned just right, Eki raises his spines, giving this little dingo an awful fright. Right in his nose did the spines go. His cries are heard for miles. Much to their dismay, this naughty pup did not go away, instead bowed his head in shame and stayed. I'm sorry, I was just looking for food," he quivered. "I'm all alone, I can't find my way home. I don't know where to go. Can I stay with you?" To their surprise, this little dingo's eyes told no lies. He was scared. "All right, but in the morning let me take a look at your nose," spoke Tamima so softly. Eki, full of adrenaline and on edge, was not too fond of their new friend. "Listen, little dingo, you can stay for now. In the morning you must go. It doesn't matter how. You can't just creep up like that. You gave us such a fright. You're a naughty little brat. How do I know that you won't bite? You come in search of turtle eggs. Do you know the pain you cause when you take the babies from their nest with your dirty little paws? By name he is to blame, for this he holds such shame. It wasn't him that came. He doesn't really fit in with the other dingoes. I'm sorry, I know I've made mistakes. Responsibility for that, though, I can't take. I'm an imposter, I'm a fake, I don't even like turtle eggs," he said defensively. In a motherly tone, Tamima spoke. "Okay, you two, that's enough for tonight. Let us rest, and we will make amends when the morning comes." As the sun peeked over the horizon, the trio stirred. Opening one eye at a time, the little dingo lengthened his legs, stretched his paws, and gave a big, loud yawn. Rising to his feet, he starts to think about his journey forward. Nowhere to go, no place to call home. And a look of sadness strewn across his face, he sinks back down into the sand. By now, Tamima and Eki are wide awake. Taking in the beauty that is before them, they watch the waves crash along the shoreline and sit in total silence. After a few minutes of enjoying each other's company, Tamima breaks the quiet. "Tell me, child, what has brought you here? Where is your family?" The little dingo, unsure of what to say and where to start, he pauses before answering. "I don't know where they are. I followed the track and have travelled far. I wish upon a star that I'll find them one day." Eki, seeing the hurt in the little dingo's eyes, approached him gently. "Little dingo, did you know? Family can be anywhere. They can be wherever you will go. You simply must just be there. I am sorry for your sadness. It can feel so heavy inside. Let it go and I'll show you gladness. You'll feel so happy and alive. Nothing is by accident. Know this in everything that you do. New friends you'll meet and for you are meant, as is all that you'll go through." They all looked into each other's eyes with kind smiles, unable to judge or condemn, because each one of them knew they had been through their own tough times. Feeling grateful for the kindness of his newfound friends, the little dingo made a silent vow. He vowed to take this time to listen and learn from their kind ways. Maybe someday he will know how to do this so well he will be able to apply it to himself. Like the smell of pie that sits on a windowsill, the sweet warmth of Amari's voice floats in on the breeze. Singing merrily, she jumps high in the sky for all to see. The three of them make their way toward the water's edge. The little dingo nudges Etchy up onto Tamima's back with his nose. Amari and the little dingo splash playfully in the shallow water. They flick water up over Tamima, catching Eki off guard, and the salty water goes in his little mouth. He splutters. They all laughed as Eki grimaced and gave the little dingo a hard glance and a soft smile. Amongst friends old and new, it was at that moment Tamima felt the weight of her pain begin to lift. She had begun to heal.